Hey guys, what's going on? Wanted to drop another video today because I was out here in the garage tinkering around, and I know many of you are running these clear window oil filter covers, and there have been quite a few failures on the Facebook groups where they were leaking on folks, and mine was no different. Mine had a leak as well, so not a lot of cost invested in this. I'd rather have a part that doesn't leak. So I took mine off, put the stock one back on, and $25 lesson learned, no big deal. But I'm curious on why they were leaking, so I took mine apart. I had to first discover how they came apart, and then disassemble it and figure out where it was leaking from. Obviously it was leaking between the sight glass, which is just a piece of acrylic, and the aluminum machined part. So what I discovered was these are just press fitted together. So you have the front of each part, and they are merely just press fit together with friction with this piece of glass or acrylic between it. And you see those marks that are on it. That was just for me. I put a end of a socket extension on it and was giving it some taps. I didn't care about ruining it because I knew I wasn't going to use it anymore. So yeah, that acrylic piece goes in there. The two parts go together, and then they are press fitted. There is, and there was, no glue, no adhesive, no sealant of any type in here. It was purely a press fit item. Now granted, when it is bolted onto the bike, it's going to hold it together somewhat, but I think the vibrations of the bike, it's going to make these separate. We all know the KLRs are have high levels of vibration in them, so I think just the vibration of the motor, the nature of the beast, these will separate, I feel, because there was no adhesive, no sealer of any kind between these parts. Once I broke the seal of the friction with the parts being pressed together, it just more or less fell apart. So that is all that is behind these. Now I will give the company credit. There's a little pause here. I got some thunder going on outside. I will give the company credit. These are very well machined parts. They have a very nice finish. It is a very high quality material. I just think they fell behind when it comes to sealing the surfaces. Maybe they should have put some type of sealer or glue or something in here. I mean, you can see the machine lines on these. These things are very well made. I just think they fell behind in their assembly process. For one, I would have liked to seen a little better material for the sight glass. I think this is just a cheap acrylic. And actually, if you look on mine, you can see where mine was leaking. I'm pretty sure it's a little chip in the metal, but you can see where it was discolored a little bit by the oil. And let me see here. Yes, that would have been right at the bottom, if you can see where the everything lines up properly. So yeah, that's where it would have been leaking. It's right out that little crack there. So honestly, this is the first I'm kind of seeing this. If you notice that crack, that's probably why it leaked. It probably wasn't the failure of the press fit, it was the failure of the acrylic. So hence what I was about ready to say, I would have liked to seen the company use a little better material here, possibly a polycarbonate instead of this cheap acrylic, and maybe that wouldn't have happened. So that's it, guys. I know some of you guys are taking them off your bikes. Some are not having any issues with them yet, but that is what's going on with these. Like I said, they're press fit together. Now I believe that the acrylic itself is the failure point. So Probably if they put some kind of sealant in there, it would not have helped it anyway. But that's it. I just wanted to share what I figured out. I'm not here tinkering. That's what I do. I try to share what I can. So there you guys go. Be safe out there. Later.